Good Monday morning, everybody. We are back, and I hope everybody had a great weekend. It is warm down here in the low country of South Carolina today. So we are back out on a very familiar project. We have got some more work to do out here. The owners want some work done, and something I've kind of been wanting to do for a while, to tell you the truth. But they finally decided that's what they want to do, so that's what we're going to do. So let's take a look and we'll get to grinding. All right, got the ASV 120 out here with the TMC Kinsella mulching head. Again, getting a lot of calls and comments and messages from people about getting one of these. If you're interested in getting one for a skid steer, an excavator, or a PTO style tractor, please go check out my friends over at CCE Equipment, and they've got all that stuff in stock and they can hook you up. There's a link and a phone number in the description below, and use the promo code IDIGIT, and they can get you hooked up with whatever you need as far as this TMC or this ASV equipment as well. So this is I've called this the Yellowstone lot, mostly because the trees in here are just massive, and it reminded me of some of the stuff I saw on that show Yellowstone. I don't know why, I just come up with names for my projects, but what the owners want to come through here and do is just like, you see that group of small little, those couple of gum trees right there that aren't doing anything other than just taking up space and making it hard for me to mow in here. We're gonna come through here and just take out any of the small trees that I can get to and take down. Water oak, gum, that gum right there that's just half broke off at the top doing nothing. So that little pine back there, just any of these smaller trees that we can come through here. We're obviously not messing with any of these big mature trees, none of that, but anything that's kind of small that I can get rid of, like that group of maples over there, a couple other groups of maples, anything I can come through here and knock down and grind up, that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to come through here like a shark and just eat this stuff up as whatever we can eat, we're going to take. So that's what we're going to do. So let's hop in the skiddy and get to grinding. So we've got 2 trees ground up. We got a water oak and a gum tree. And one of the things that's always impressed me about this head from day one is how quickly it makes very tough, like fibrous woody trees like water oaks. And that was a water oak right there. And that's one of the toughest trees that we have around here to try to mulch, is as far as it being an actual tree. And you know, basically one over and one back, and running that stuff through the drum in there, because of all the counter cutters in there, all the counter blades inside this thing, just lining that whole drum. When that stuff gets sucked back through and comes back out, that's acceptable mulch. Now, if this was like a backyard, you might want to go over that maybe one more time, but for this job, that's done. That is good to go. So, you know, that's my hand. So all that is completely acceptable mulch for this job, and would be completely acceptable for most commercial jobs like a DOT or something like that. Like, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. So I've always loved the efficiency of this head. Once you get something on the ground, how quickly it can turn it into acceptable mulch is just, it's just crazy. So yeah, quick little sidebar, but I'll go ahead and we'll start working our way through here. I really want to take that tree right there out in that little pine real quick as well, and then that fugly gum right there. So we'll start working our way through here. There's a patch of some oaks and gums over there I want to get rid of, and we'll start cleaning this up some more. Okay, so we have run into a slight complication on this job. I was just over here on what, Friday of last week with the owner, looking at everything, going over what they want to do. And the second part of this job, there's a ditch that bisects this lot about 2/3 of the way down that way. We're gonna bring the Mini over here. The goal was to bring the Mini over here probably Wednesday and clean that ditch out and get a little bit better drainage on that ditch, because they are having some drainage issues. And we walked through here, I thought that all this was mostly dry. Well, you can see the leaves are just covering the top of the ground, but once you get below that, that's not good. So I'm not too, I mean, it's all just water through here. I mean, obviously I can see some of it standing back that way, and I wasn't gonna plan on going back in there anywhere, really. And if I did, I'd probably take the Mini and just chop down some of those little trees with the mulcher on the Mini. But this through here, I thought, hey, we can come through here no problem. Well, this is all full of water, and I am a little worried about getting stuck, because I have been stuck over here before. I buried the skid steer over there in that low area on the other side of that little pond over there the last time I mowed this property. So I am a little worried about getting stuck, but I'm more worried about just making a rutted up mess, because I have to come back through here and mow this. We usually mow this once a year, typically like in October, and it's always been mostly dry, except for that little part on the other side of that pond over there. Most of this has always been here through here, mostly dry on this side of that pond, except for one little corner over there. But outside of that, I've never really had any issues, but especially not through here. But this is all wet through here. This is all just a mucky wet mess. So I don't want to make it into a rutted up mess. You can see all that's just like soft muck. So we might have to come through here and grind some of this stuff up with the mini on this backside. I've still got plenty of stuff up here on the front, I think, that I can get to. We might can get that water oak right. That seems pretty dry there. I've got some other little trees up here that we need to get, but this back from about right in here back, I think, is off limits for now, at least with the skid steer. So let's just keep moving along. It's just one of those things. It's still spring here, and it's starting to get warmed up, but it's just not as dry as it would be if it were July. So we'll do what we can do. Keep at it. Howdy everyone. So gotten a few trees taken down, and I'm going to try to drop. There's a red maple right here. This is a red maple, and then I got this little gum tree right here that I want to get down. I think that, yeah. But we got some water over here, so I'm going to try to sneak in behind these and push these trees back this way over to dry ground and see if we can't get them ground up. They're not too big, but they are a little tall. They're not too big in diameter. They should just push right over pretty easily. There she goes, come on. Well, maybe not quite. There she went. I'll just let this stump down a little bit. Flatten that off. This maple up first, because I'm gonna have to swing this tree back that way, get it to come down. Mr. Red Maple, whoa. Alright, we got a bit of a jam. Let's get that out. Come on. Red maples are 3/4 inch steel bumper on the back of this thing, and I can tell you right now, it is a lifesaver. I love that bumper. good progress in a few hours in here, so let's keep at it and see what we get done today. Well, that's it for today. Good progress in here. We basically got everything done that I can do with the skid steer all the way to the ditch. And the ditch runs 2/3 to 3/4 of this property from that end to that end. So basically, the skid steer work for 2/3 to 3/4 of this property is pretty much done. I'll have both machines over here tomorrow. I'll bring the Mini over here. I went ahead and just kind of snuck over here just a little bit and was able to knock down the cores of these trees, a couple little small maples right here, and then I'll bring the Minis back through here tomorrow. We'll kind of walk down through this line clean up some of these little small trees that I can't get to with the skid steer without making a mess. And then we'll just finish out whatever we can get with the skid steer over there, and get the Mini in there as well, and maybe get started cleaning out that ditch tomorrow. I don't know, we'll have to see. But yeah, there's a little bit of fine tuning I got to do through here with the Mini, just to clean up some of these tops and that tree and some of the stuff. But you can just see how wet it is in here right below. I mean, this looks dry, and then, you know, like all that's, you know, if you were to come through here, it looks dry, you know, but it's not. It's not. So that said, hope you guys enjoyed it. Pretty cool video, taking out some bigger trees, selectively coming through here, knocking some of these big trees down. That one really needs to go, but it's just a wet mess around it. See how wet it is. So I almost got stuck right there trying to get the last of this little water oak. So I'll snatch that out with the Mini tomorrow. It's stuck between those two trees right there. But yeah, this looks pretty good. Just a few little maples and stuff I need to get along this back line, like that one, that little clump of stuff there, you know, and some of these tops. So that'll work. That'll work well. So hope you guys enjoyed it. TMC did a great job in here today, man. Just ate those trees up. Oh, I'm walking through the mud. Just ate all this stuff up in here. Left a really nice finish with the mulch. I mean, look at that. That is just butter. Butter. I love it. So we're looking good. I'm not mowing the lot. They didn't ask me to mow the lot, so I don't have to mulch every little square inch of this lot. They just wanted me to come in here and just take down what I can take down and open it up a little bit. So that looks good. Looks real good. That one, I may take that gum tree down too. Now that I'm kind of opening things up, it's a little easier to get some of the other trees down because they won't get hung up in other trees. I may take down that gum right there tomorrow. Maybe those two as well. But yeah, this looks good. So I'll be back tomorrow. Stay tuned. We'll be back. I'm gonna clean this thing up, and I'm out of here for the day. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.